The year was 2018. Nintendo just had what was one of the most exciting years with the release of the Nintendo Switch and a massively strong roster of launch year titles. 2018 was seen as a less exciting year in comparison, going for a more quality over quantity approach. Only releasing Kirby Star Allies, Mario Tennis Aces, Super Mario Party, and Pokemon Let's Go. Quality. Also Smash, I guess. But in between all of that, Splatoon 2 is consistently getting updates, new weapons, new hairstyles, new music, and quality of life improvements. But in a direct in February, a new paid content was announced. Octo Expansion is a new story about an Octoling finding themselves in a mysterious metro called the Deep Sea Metro. As the Octoling named Agent 8 fights her way out of the facility with the help of Pearl and Marina and the Old One, I guess, going through new and interesting challenges that the Metro give you. And with the release of Splatoon Raiders coming within a month by the time the video releases, I think it was fitting to cover what many consider the best Splatoon campaign, and what was the start of Splatoon moving away from the campaigns of 1 and the base game of 2. The expansion starts with you finding yourself in a subway next to an old man. You fight your way through a bunch of trials with different goals like defeating enemies, guiding balls to the end, or collecting certain items. It is a true grab bag of a bunch of different goals that make it feel unique and interesting, with an aesthetic that harkens back to the old 80s and 90s vibes, and a soundtrack that screams vaporwave and underground music. You are told everything by a phone talking in a quite frankly atrocious slang, that you must collect 4 things to escape the Deep Sea Metro. Throughout the game, you learn more about Octarians and Marina as you learn about how a lot of Octolings were oppressed by Inkling society through systematic oppression. And you learn about Marina gaining her freedom and her past in the Octarian army, along with learning how Pearl and Marina became the massive music sensations they are today. Overall, Octo Expansion is a story about the past and overcoming oppression. And as a queer person, this resonates with me a lot, especially considering the current circumstances in the world against me and my people. A story like this is one that hasn't been done before in Splatoon since. And Splatoon 3 undermines this messaging in many ways, but that's a story for a different day, in a lot of ways. This is the pinnacle of storytelling in Splatoon, as they tackled a proper issue in the world with true care and succeeded at it well. These messages are something I wish Splatoon 3 and its DLC tackled more. The gameplay is formatted as a collection of challenges where you have to pay points to try, a point which was reused in Splatoon 3's story mode, where each stage gives you a different challenge, and if you fail, you have to pay to try again. Quite a few of the stages allow you to choose from a set of weapons, each weapon being a different difficulty for the stage. There are some standout stages that give you a unique challenge, like the stages where you have to break blocks to make a shape, like an octopus or a cat respectively, or one where you can't take any damage so you have to go through stealthily and carefully, or Girl Power Station where you have to protect an orb from blood-hungry Octolings, or the one where you have a sniper's duel with a bunch of different Octarians. Each stage feels like a unique challenge, which is a far cry from the base game, which had the most basic and easy point A to point B stages ever. The change in gameplay is massively appreciated, as each of the 88 stages give you something new to try and conquer. The DLC reaches its climax as you gather all 4 things, and they form a blender. But suddenly, in a last-ditch effort, Pearl and Marina send an SOS call just in time. Agent 3 breaks Agent 8 and Captain Cuttlefish out. As Agent 8 breaks out of the facility, which is actually a sanitation plant to make brainwashed Octarians, you go through the body of the facility as you get pushed forward by Pearl and Marina's bangin' ass tunes, with a cool stealth section as you sneak past enemies. Another level where you have to use what little tools you have to reach the end and regain your gun. Then you go through a plant where Octarians are sanitized as you climb up and down falling crates, and a section where you have to shoot an energy orb to get it to the end, before reaching the final elevator. You can see the light, a calm before the storm. You step into the elevator, and it crawls to the surface. But suddenly it stops. A now brainwashed Agent 3 stops you with a tied-up Cap'n Cuttlefish. As you go against the foe that started this whole experience in a 4-phase duel against Inkling and Octoling as Agent 3 unleashes a bunch of different specials. After this duel is said and done, the elevator finally finished its climb. The surface. As Agent 8 climbs out on top of the platform as he accomplishes being illuminated by sunrise, in a gorgeous set piece, Off the Hook uses a helicopter to reach and save Agent 8 and Cuttlefish. But as they reunite, the platform starts raising to show a statue that Siva Gunner fans might know. The statue is actually a cannon for Commander Tartar, a sentient AI from thousands of years before Inklings and Octolings roamed the Earth. An AI that is disgusted by the Great Turf War and the many battles and bloodshed for the sake of race and trivial things like fashion. All of the past test subjects were eventually supposed to be turned into a primordial corpse goo, with the ultimate DNA to start society anew. He means to wipe out all of existence. But you stop him by using experimental bombs from Marina that explode when shot at. After the best 3 minutes in all of Splatoon history, that was Octo Expansion. A story I hold very near and dear to my heart for many reasons. Splatoon as a whole is one of the things that helped me realize I'm queer, and Octo Expansion focusing on bigotry and oppression helped me feel seen. And even besides that, it is an insanely fun and unique DLC that I feel as if Splatoon has yet to top. With a brilliant story, great aesthetics that give a more grungy look at the Splatoon world, music which I personally feel hasn't been topped by another single-player offering in this series, and a substantial amount of new content which will be making you come back for more again and again. Now, with all that said and done, what impact does Octo Expansion have on Splatoon as a franchise as a whole, and what's to come? Octo Expansion paved the way for 3 to have more varied state types in its campaign, and for Side Order to have a more in-depth story that's more than save the person and beat the baddie. While as of writing this, I've yet to see if Splatoon Raiders will top Octo Expansion. It seems as if Splatoon will be ushering in a new age of single-player focused content for the franchise, with its gameplay that's more about building up an arsenal and uncovering the secrets of a far-off archipelago with a mysterious aura. By the time this video releases, Octo Expansion will be 8 years old. Happy birthday, Octo Expansion. Here's to the best damn Splatoon experience ever, and here's for 8 more years. While I am super hyped over Splatoon Raiders, and you know damn well you'll be seeing a bunch of content about it, I don't know if Splatoon Raiders will ever be Octo Expansion. It is truly the best this series has to offer, and is now completely free with Nintendo Switch Expansion Pass, so I see no reason for anyone who's watching this to not go play it. I cannot wholeheartedly recommend this DLC enough, and I do still believe, even when compared to the Xenoblade DLCs, this still is Nintendo's best DLC offering ever. You'll all notice that this is an extremely new and unique format than what you're used to. This is where I officially announce that I'm done with My Little Pony content. I feel like Hasbro has made sure my love for this franchise is as low as it has ever been. And with a live-action movie coming out by next year, I'm jumping ship to Nintendo and Splatoon. And this is that. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all want more of this, because I enjoy doing this. With that said, I have a lot more content planned, especially with how massive of a summer this is for Nintendo, and for games that I personally like. I am so hyped for Star Fox and Rhythm Heaven and Xenoblade, y'all don't even know. With that said, have a wonderful day.